What is up? Coach Emma here, and welcome back to the Fit Habit Life podcast, where we cut through the noise, talk real health and fitness, sustainable fat loss, and habits that actually work. What's up? So, if you listen to the last podcast, you know I missed a day, and that was because I moved and went straight to a conference for moving. Very poor timing on my part. Everything just kind of fell into place that way. But anyway, I'm back with my consistency. I got back on the horse, or got back in the wagon, or whatever you call it. But anyway, this conference was awesome. It's called the Real Coaches Summit. It's put on by Aram Gregorian. His Instagram handle is at 4 weeks to the beach, and if you're not following him already, you should be. He's awesome. And if you're a coach, you work in the health and fitness industry at all, highly recommend going. Everybody who's there is super awesome. All the coaches are amazing. Everybody's a genuine, kind person, because those are the type of people Aram attracts. So, super awesome. Highly recommend. Buy your tickets for next year already. I already bought mine. I bought it the day I got home. So, super awesome. There were every year there's 14 speakers. So it's 7 speakers a day. And they're each an hour long talk on a particular topic, ranging from menopause to mindset to business to gut health. Just so much knowledge. I still have to go back over my notes and absorb all the information I jammed into my brain in those 2 days. But on top of that, the food is amazing. It's delicious. It's macro friendly. You can get big old plates of protein and vegetables and fiber and fruit and really tasty little mini desserts. Super fun, super delicious food. So anyway, hopefully I'm selling you on this because I want this to continue forever. Because last year, this conference is what kind of ignited in me the drive to go full time with my coaching business. So anyway, you should check it out if you're a coach, and you should buy your ticket ASAP because the prices will go up and it will sell out because it's fucking awesome. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up again is because one of the major topics, just overall general biggest takeaway that I got, that kind of everybody touched on, except for the business coaches. Well, even the business coaches touched on this, and it was stick to the basics. The basics are what work. And if you don't have the foundation, you don't need to be doing a bunch of fancy shit. Same with business. They're very similar. If you're not having conversations with your hottest leads, if you're not showing up, if you're not doing client fulfillment, delivering on your services, your business is probably going to fail, right? Those are the basics. Do the basics. And then you can get a little fancy. You can sprinkle in some ads, collaborations, other things. But the same thing with fitness. So if you're not sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not eating enough protein and fiber, if you're not strength training 2 to 4 times a week, if you're not walking at least 8,000 steps a day, and if you're not managing your stress, the results that you're going to get will be very difficult. You won't be working with your body, you'll be working against it, and it's going to take a hell of a lot longer than if you just stuck to the basics, nailed those down. You'll probably be closer to your fat loss goal. You'll have more energy. You'll lose inches on your waist. And then from there, you can get more complex. Because a lot of hormone issues, a lot of gut health issues are stemmed from poor lifestyle habits. So if you're not already doing the basic shit, start there and everything else will follow. And then if you are still experiencing issues, that's when you get more nuance. That's when you try to figure out what is going on. Like if you're still having weight loss resistance, if you're still struggling with anxiety, if you're still having trouble building muscle, if you have digestive issues. And that's exactly why I structured my program the way I did. First phase, stick to the basics. Nail those down, you'll probably be closer to your goal already. You'll already lost weight, you'll already feel better, you'll already have more energy. You'll start to fit into your clothes better without having to do a bunch of crazy shit. So anyway, stick to the basics, and then that's when I get more nuanced. That's when if people are still experiencing gut health issues, they're still experiencing hormone imbalances, that's when we dig in. Because there's no point of spending hundreds of dollars on a test that's just going to tell you your lifestyle is the problem. Because most people's problem is their lifestyle. Most people's lifestyle nowadays is not conducive to a healthy body fat composition, to have good energy levels, to have optimal brain function. It's because we sit on our butts all day, eat a bunch of crap, and don't exercise, and don't sleep, because we're wired from all the screens that we're looking at all day. So anyway, this was not even the topic of the episode, but I went on to a rant. Speaking of the basics, one of the hardest things for people to do is to increase their protein intake. It's something my clients struggle with. It's something I used to struggle with. It's something most people struggle with. And so today, I will be talking about 10 simple ways to increase your protein intake. Number one might be a little bit controversial, but number one is add a scoop of protein powder to your day. It's controversial because there's a lot of people out there who say any type of processed food is poison, it's bad for you, yada, 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 whatever. Not all processed food is bad. The biggest problem with processed food is a lot of them are over-engineered to be hyper-palatable, not very filling, and for you to overindulge. Anything that's got a shit ton of protein in it is very filling, and it's really hard to overeat, unless it's like a processed protein food. But whey protein, one scoop is usually between 100 to 150 calories and contains 20 to 30 grams of protein, and is really easy to add to your day because you could just add it to a beverage. You can add it to your coffee, you can add it to your water, you can add it to your oatmeal. That's my favorite way to consume it. And you can add it to your yogurt, cottage cheese. There's so many options when it comes to it. And most people really, really struggle to hit their ideal protein number, which is about 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. That's a challenge for most people. So adding a scoop of protein powder, that's like 20 to 30 grams of protein, that will be super handy for most people. And who cares if it's processed? It's good for you. It's got all the essential amino acids your body needs. And usually it's tasty. The only time I'd be wary is if you have digestive issues with protein powders. So test them out, and if you're bloated right after, gassy, have experienced any type of indigestion, then I'd avoid it. But anyway, number one, add a scoop of protein powder to your day, however you'd like. Number two, add egg whites to your eggs. So I just posted about this on Instagram. 2 eggs is not a high protein breakfast. 2 eggs is about 12 grams of protein. If you add a couple servings of egg whites, you can easily get another 20 grams of protein, which puts you at the bare minimum 30 grams of protein per meal. So give that a try. You can add them to your fried eggs. You can add them to your scrambled eggs. to however you like to cook your eggs. But it's an easy way just to boost your protein intake without having to do a bunch of other crap. Then number 3, swap your mayonnaise and sour cream for Greek yogurt. Specifically, the Fage 0% fat Greek yogurt, to me, is the best, and it goes very well in sauces, like as a thickener instead of mayonnaise, like putting that in. Or like I'll make ranch with it. I take the Fage and I get the ranch seasoning and I mix it, and it tastes just like ranch. And it's thick, which is kind of nice. So give that a try. Or even instead of sour cream. Now I never buy sour cream because it's like I'll use it sometimes, but then it goes bad really quick. But just with the Fage, like the Greek yogurt, it's like we have Greek yogurt in our house all the time anyway because my husband eats a lot of it. I eat a lot of it. So instead of buying sour cream, I just started using it instead. And it tastes the same. It's really weird. Like when you mix it with everything. Like if you're just eating it, it's like Greek yogurt, right? But if you mix it with the guac and I put Cholula and the salsa and other stuff, it has the same consistency kind of in texture and flavor as sour cream. Number 4, swap your peanut butter for PB2 powder. So PB2 powder is like a powder you can find. I don't know if it's PB2. I forgot what it's called. I think it's PB2. But it's basically like peanut powder that they removed some of the fat. So it's a lot lower fat. And so you can get way more protein in your day because I believe like a serving of PB2 is about a third the calories of peanut butter. So you could have 3 servings of PB2, which would give you triple the amount of protein as a normal serving of peanut butter. I mean, why wouldn't you? Then you get more anyway. You mix a little bit with water and you can create whatever consistency you'd like for your peanut butter, and it tastes delicious. So give that a try. And then number 5, this is like the simplest hack because you don't really have to do much. Cook your rice in bone broth. Not only does the rice just taste better, but it's loaded with protein. You'll easily add another 5 to 10 grams with each meal just by cooking your rice in bone broth. So give that a try if you haven't already. And then number 6. This is going to be controversial. Just eat more damn meat. Like seriously, people. I look at the portion sizes at restaurants and it's like maybe they give you 3 to 4 ounces. You should be having at least 6 ounces of meat with each meal because 6 ounces of meat is about 30 grams of protein, depending on the cut of meat. But yeah, it's about 6 ounces is 30 to 40 grams. So instead of doing like a serving on the label, usually the serving size of meat, like if you buy a pack of chicken breasts, chicken thighs, ground beef, whatever, they say it's 4 ounces. That's usually close to 20 grams of protein. So just increasing your serving to 6 ounces, like 1.5, that'll bump your protein quite a bit throughout the day. You could easily add another 30 grams of protein to your day. So give that a try. Meat is super nutrient dense too, so couldn't recommend that enough. That's the most simplest one, really, because you're just adding a little bit more meat to your plate. And most women that I work with tend to undereat anyway, so you need more calories. So just do it. And number 7, swap your regular pasta for a high protein variety. So there's a couple options for this one. There's lentil pasta. There's a bean pastas. I think there's like chickpea pasta. There's black bean pasta. But now I believe it's like Barilla or whatever. Barilla. I don't know how to say it. They've got like a high protein pasta. And again, this is not like you shouldn't eat this instead of meat, but eating this with your meat will bump your protein probably an extra 8 to 20 grams, depending on your serving size. So that's a really simple one. And honestly, like I really like the taste of the lentil pasta. Unfortunately, I can't eat lentils at this time, but It tastes really good. It's got an extra like flavor in it too. Like they don't flavor it, but the lentils themselves have like this nice flavor that kind of goes with like a red sauce and a ground beef sort of thing. So give that a try. And then number 8, just focusing on building your meals and snacks around protein will make it so much easier for you to increase your protein intake. Because most people, they don't think about that when they're planning a meal. They're just like, what do I want to eat? What is available to me? And what do I have time to do, right? But if instead you just focused on protein first, and it's like, okay, I need this amount of protein with each meal. I eat 3 meals a day. I need about 40 grams of protein with each meal. What is 40 grams of protein? Okay, that's probably close to 6 to 8 ounces of chicken breast. What do I like with chicken breast? You do tacos. You could do rice bowls. You could do, I mean, the possibilities are endless. But if you focus on the protein first and planning your day with that, you'll easily hit your protein numbers. Because most people just don't prepare and then they're like, oh crap, I gotta go out to eat. What the heck am I gonna eat? I don't know. What is even available to me? Right? It's like they're not planning ahead. Number 9, use cottage cheese in weird ways. Cottage cheese has been having a moment. I love just eating it. Like I'll put a little bit of stevia, some fruit. I like usually a Honeycrisp apple and some cinnamon, or blueberries and some cinnamon. And it tastes like an apple cheesecake or a blueberry cheesecake. It's delicious. So if you like cottage cheese, do that. But you can also just sneak it into sauces and smoothies, spread it on toasts. And even if you don't like the texture, you can blend it. Because cottage cheese is like super high in protein. It's got some good probiotics in there. And if you blend it with a sauce, you can kind of mask the flavor, but just enhance it a little bit. Like it'll feel and taste richer. So give that a try if you haven't already. And then number 10, swap your rice for quinoa. Obviously, if your rice is like the bone broth rice, don't do that because they're probably about the same amount of protein. But if you don't have bone broth, because it can be expensive, just swapping your rice bowl bases with quinoa will bump your protein intake because it actually has all 9 essential amino acids. So it is a complete protein source. And just subbing it with your other carbs can help boost that protein intake. So anyway, hope these 10 simple ways to increase your protein intake helped. If any of these resonated with you, or if you have any friends who struggle to hit your protein intake, please like the podcast, rate it, share it with your friends, and let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know which one you're gonna try. You can reach out to me on Instagram and tell me which one was your favorite. So anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.